When I listen to people like you speak, I'm hopeful. But when I walk outside and see the pain that people cannot eat, the fact that most people are sad, they even voted the way they voted in 2015, and they're wondering, what's right? We want to change. Nothing has happened. People are disappointing us. Do we fold our arms and forget? What do you think? Okay. Did you vote change?
So the point is this.
He didn't answer that question.
No. You asked a good question, but before we even get to
whether
did you vote or did you not vote, let's start, first of all, with change. People said they wanted change, but nobody defined what change would be. Have you gotten change today? Absolutely, you've gotten change. Now, change can be the way you want it to be, and you say, because this is what I wanted, then it's positive. But it's going this way, and it's not positive. The point is that people voted change, and they got change. But one of the things that I never believed, even back then, and I was asking Nigerians when we were agitating that we want change, I said, can you define, first of all, it's very important that you define what change means first. And then you look and say that who can bring that change? The individuals that are coming out, are they the ones that can bring the change that we want? Or are we just going to vote and say that it is anything but this? And I found out at that time that regardless of who you spoke to, what was driving the argument was not change that I want, that these are the things that we want, but it was that we don't want this. So I don't know what I want, but I know what I don't want. And that was the argument. So
we are paying the price for that, right?
I don't know whether it's a price that you are paying.
I'm not sure I agree.
No, I don't know. No, hang on, and I'll get to the youth. I don't know whether it's a price that we are paying, but what I know is that this was the agenda that was moving forward. Now, who made that happen? The good thing, and that's why
it was the young.
Yes. So there was a positive thing. Now, I helped and I worked a lot with young people that moved the social media towards getting this done. Because they came to me and said, what should we do? We've been asked to come and support a campaign. Politics, when we hear them, we see the individuals, they're still the same, they're not who we want and all of that, but what should we do? And I said to them, do it. Work on the agenda. Stay in the program. Get involved in it. Why? Because it's a learning process for you. You can never know what is happening from the outside. So go ahead and do it. Work on the media campaign. Move the youth. The youth, essentially...
So the young men are doing media campaigns for other nations.
That's fine. That's fine. One did for the... So there were two different ones. The ones that most people know are the ones that worked for the president. But another set also worked on the vice president. There were two of them, and two people that I'm very close to. I mentor both of them. They sat down, they asked, should they do it? What should they do? And I said, please, go ahead. So do I believe that the youth made a massive impact in the outcome of the election? Yes, I believe. Do I think that they
can still do it?
They can do it again. Do I believe that they fully understood what they were doing when they were going there? They didn't. They didn't quite get it. But you say you didn't agree.
Getting involved.
I don't necessarily share that view. I think what it is for a very long time, we've been going in a certain direction, which is believing that, okay, I'm generally I'm quite blunt, you know. So I'm just going to.
I have 1 minute to say that. Yes,
we've believed that corruption, that is nepotism, access to different people, that could be the way. We've been doing that for decades and getting away with it. Suddenly, you have someone that comes around and says, actually, this is not working, we're broke, we need to halt that pattern.
I don't think we can go in that direction here on the show right now.
Let me just...
Because I won't agree with you. Nepotism and corruption are things people are still saying still exist.
I know, definitely, but let me just make this point. And then you now find that even those who claim they want change actually don't really want change, because real change would mean that the fundamentals upon which our society is built would have to be totally rewritten. So
what did you vote for?
Me? I voted for Buhari.
No, I didn't say who. I said, what did you vote for?
I voted for change of that system.
Has it changed?
Because it hasn't, but then that's my point. That is my point. My point is, for it to change, it's going to be... Look, people are fighting back because... Anyway, I don't want to waste our time.
Can we just wind up and let people understand exactly what they should take away on this show, if nothing else? What should they take away from you?
They should take away that, nobody is too small to make a difference. You need to get involved.
Agreed.
Whatever party, whatever candidates, it doesn't matter at the end of the day, but you need to let people know that your voice matters and you need to be counted.
What do you call that thing? Remuneration that can make you work for you at the beginning.
Definitely.
No money.
Most times it doesn't work that way. If you look at any successful person, any country in the world that has made it, they started off doing unpaid jobs, making a name for themselves, and then eventually the paid jobs now come. So, but you don't just wake up.
Can I give two things? One, you have the numbers.
That's the young people.
Yes, you have the numbers, but you don't realize it. Two, as long as you are divided as young, this has been the strategy always. As long as you are divided, then you can never move forward. So what you need is understanding that you have the numbers, and two, finding people who can galvanize you so that you have what you call a voice.
Can I dare say also making sure that the electoral system works? Can the young make it happen?
They can hold them accountable. No, what they can do is that they can make them accountable for it because they have numbers. If they have the voice, they also have the technology
to force it to happen. 2019, force it to happen. I must thank you for coming. Thank you for being on the show. We'll do this again soon.
Definitely.
And you'll continue to be a guest host.
Definitely. I really enjoyed
Thank you,
myself.
Tonye.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, my big man. Thank you, my listener. I will see you again on Seriously Speaking. Bye for now.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
It's always go so fast.
But isn't it good for you? Oh, now, where do we do the pictures? Like, don't know. Let's just. Okay, I should sit with them. Tonye will be on the way. Okay, let me leave you with me. No problem. No. Let's sit. I want to change my standing position to sitting position now. Silver spoon. So these are my guests.